Our spin studio is truly one of a kind in this area, complete with 20 state-of-the-art live fitness bikes and an incredible sound system. Our strength training is done in small groups of 6 or fewer, and all of our strength and spin classes are scalable for every level of experience. Come see us in the heart of Clarksville, just behind MAPCO at the corner of Old Trenton Road and Wilma Rudolph Boulevard. Call us for more info at 931-542-6265 or download our Trifecta Fitness app for a full list of upcoming classes.
In October 2019, Arlington, Texas was chosen to be the home of a new national museum, unlike any other. The National Medal...
All right. Welcome back.
Misfit Nation. The Misfit Nation Show.
We are a show founded by a veteran and hosted by 2 veterans and a military spouse. Our mission is to get people to tell their stories to the world. If you're an author, share your tips with the Misfit Nation. If you're a musician or an actor, our audience needs to know how they too can get into the business. Coaches, we love our coaches. Come on and share your tips with the Misfit Nation to help them become better versions of the... All right. Welcome back.
Misfit Nation. The Misfit Nation Show.
We are a show founded by a veteran and hosted by 2 veterans and a military spouse. Our mission is to get people to tell their stories to the world. If you're an author, share your tips with the Misfit Nation. If you're a musician or an actor, our audience needs to know how they too can get into the business. Coaches, we love our coaches. Come on and share your tips with the Misfit Nation to help them become better versions of themselves. If you are a corporate leader or an entrepreneur, come on and show how you did it and how hard you have fought for success. If you are a veteran, first responder, or Gold Star family, we would love to have you come on and share your story with the Misfit Nation. We always have time for you. If you're feeling down, alone, or starting to see the darkness, stop. Think about those who are around you. You are not alone. You will be missed. If you feel like your problems will be a burden to those in your inner circle or feel embarrassed, dial 988. If you are a veteran, take option 1. We need you to keep pushing forward. Don't make a permanent solution to a temporary problem. If you are a new listener, welcome to the Misfit Nation Show. Be sure to subscribe to our show on your favorite podcast app. Also on our YouTube channel at @the_Misfit Nation. Subscribe and click the bell to keep you up to date on our latest episodes and all of our news. You can also find us on Heroes Media Group and About Face Radio. Now, let's get to the show!
All right. Welcome back to the Misfit Nation Show. It's Thursday, our last night in Louisiana, and then I think we'll be back in Tennessee for a little while, so we don't have to have internet based off the hotels or sharing hotel internet with a whole hotel full of people. Tonight, I know you have other options. You can be watching the NCAA round 1. There's already been a couple upsets today. I think 2-11's already won. Kentucky's getting pushed right now in their game, but stay pure to your teams. Go Peacocks tonight as they play Tennessee. Hopefully they can have another miracle run like they did a couple years ago, especially beating Tennessee would be great. Tonight we have a great guest. He's coming to us from Sweden. He is a physical therapist and a celebrity trainer. He specializes in 2 areas, sports medicine and performance enhancement. He works with the biggest and most famous professional athletes, musicians, and most of all, as professionals in Sweden. So without further ado, let's welcome Philip Andersson, physical therapist and celebrity trainer, to the Misfit Nation. Welcome, Philip. How are you?
Thank you very much, sir. I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
Doing well. So we're a little glitchy here, but we're going to get through this.
Yeah.
So, Philip, I gave a little bit of bio on you, basically a couple sentences. If you don't mind, go back as far as you want to and tell us where it started and how we got to where we are now.
Absolutely. So I was a decent soccer player growing up. Always wanted to become a professional athlete. But when I was probably around 19, 20, I realized I'm not going to make it to a professional level. So I was looking for alternative ways to getting there. And I've had a couple of injuries, been to a couple of physical therapists, and I always liked the human body. So I applied to the physical therapy university in a city called Umeå, and got accepted. Did 3 years of education there, and pretty much during that time, I realized that it was very little about sports medicine in physical therapy school. And pretty much the only reason why I went there was because I wanted to work with athletes and sports injuries. So I found my own ways to get that information, and I started to find external courses from private businesses, from other universities from around Europe, online courses, etc. So after 3 years of education, I finished physical therapy school, and I also had done, I think it was 23 or 24 extra courses besides the university. And I actually had the privilege to start working with professional athletes right away. And I think I did a pretty good job, and pretty much through word to mouth, it grew, and I started working with more and more. And now I think in total I've been working with more than 70 professional athletes, and 13 of them is national team athletes. So, and mostly soccer players. So it's been going quite well. This last year, I would say, year and a half, I've been broadening my clientele a little bit, and working with musicians and a lot of models as well, and now also a lot of entrepreneurs and driven career professionals that really want to take it to the next level regarding performance and fitness and health. So that's pretty much how we got here.
Awesome. You said you started out on the soccer pitch, as most young men in Europe get to play soccer at an early age and have those dreams of getting into the Premier League or one of the big major leagues over there. Do you get to work with any of the national team guys from Sweden now as physical therapists?
Yeah, I don't have any right now that plays for the men's team. I have worked with three or four people. No, actually 5 people that have played for the Swedish national team on the men's side, and also 4 or 5 on the women's side. And then I also have a few people that I've worked with that plays in the Swedish highest division, but they belong to other national teams. So for example, Finland or Albania, or some other athletes that I've worked with.
So that's an awesome thing to get to do, and actually, so you still love the sport, and now you get to give back from the other side of it to help those men and women stay healthy and stay on the pitch and play at their peak performance.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing, and I've also had the privilege to consult in a couple of professional teams here in both Allsvenskan, which is the men's division, highest division in Sweden, and also one team in the women's division. So also had the privilege to be around on all the arenas and being pitch side. So it's been a fantastic journey so far.
I bet it doesn't get boring when you have the premier athletes, and then you're also able to work with those other athletes that are trying to get there, maybe the ones that are in a secondary school or in college already, and you're able to help them. And then also, like you said, now you're helping entrepreneurs on their journey as well.
Yeah, it's really nice because even though each athlete has their own goals, they have their own demands. It's pretty similar. You have to do different things, but the goals of a soccer players, they are usually a little bit similar, at least. That's why it's so fun to work with these other people that have completely different goals, completely different lifestyles, and they're on a completely different journey, and it's a lovely challenge to have, and it's really fun to help with these people. I have to say to you that I never thought I would do that, because when I got into this field, I only wanted to work with professional athletes, and when I got it so quickly, I thought that was what I was going to do for my entire career. But after doing it for 4 to 5 years, I felt like it was time for new challenges, and it's been better than I could have imagined.
Well, I bet. And sometimes those that get into the corporate world, whether it's a small corporation, large corporation, and the positions that they're in, they kind of lose their way as far as their health, their physical well-being, their mental well-being may be great because they're always using their brain at work, but they start to break down. And that's when someone like you was able to come in and enhance how they perform as a total person. So what are some tips and tricks you use as business professionals?
Yeah, 100%. You're totally correct. It's it's very easy that it gets too many corporate lunches. You don't really think about what you eat anymore, and that's truly one thing that I focus a lot on the nutrition. That's literally how we get our energy, and food it's
Right.
designed to give us fuel. You know what I mean? That's literally what food is for. But I think if you ask 100 people why they eat, maybe one or two will actually say it's because to fuel our bodies. So this is where you can get
Right.
so much. And I always, when they ask me, they want some quick advice. Maybe this is people that I don't personally work with. They just want some quick advice. What can I do? What food should I eat? I always tell them, how do you feel after you've been eating the food? Because let's say you have steak, for example, for lunch. You can just eat the steak and then you can go straight into work. It doesn't make you feel overly full. You don't get tired. You can pretty much go, right? But if you have a big bowl of pasta at lunch, you get really tired. You feel very, very full. You feel like you ate too much. So that's probably not the best lunch to have for someone that has to go in and have a sales meeting and pitch new deals on the afternoon. So that's one of those things. We are from a biological perspective pretty much designed to hunt when we're a bit hungry. So that's one of those things. If you want to have a lot of carbohydrates, it's probably better to have it in the evening. And then overall, keep yourself fit. Go work out. You don't need too much. Three days per week, 45 minutes. Go hard. Train fundamentals. Don't go into too specific things. Full body circuits are fine. You can do squats. You can do lunges. You can do bench presses. You don't have to overcomplicate it. So those things will definitely take you a long way. So one thing is, nail the fundamentals before you even care about the specifics.
Definitely. The form of each exercise helps out a lot more than just doing it too. And I'm sure that's something you get to teach some of your clients, is that the form of a squat, the form of a lunge will go a long way in developing your strength in the lunge or in the squat.
Yeah, 100%. That's how we work. We get better at exactly what we do. So we train squats, we will get better at squats. And you don't have to have the perfect technique. Especially not in the beginning. You don't have to worry so much about it. Just make sure it looks decent. You don't want to get yourself injured. There is still actually some debate whether or not technique actually affects the injury risk. The average person thinks of course it does, but when you look at the research, gym training has so low injury risk if you compare it to other sports. If you compare gym to soccer, it's not even close, and the risks of not going to the gym is so much greater than just staying home. The risk of getting pain and injuries if you are untrained are so much bigger than you would actually get injured in the gym. And you also have to understand that if you would get injured in the gym, it's not the entire world. our bodies is amazing at adapting. Our bodies are amazing at recovery. So that's an argument I hear a lot, that they're afraid of getting injured. And it's been so much research done in this area, and the benefits of training outweighs the risks so big, it's not even a discussion anymore.
Exactly. And if you become a couch potato, you're going to stay a couch potato. If you get off that couch, you'll want to be off the couch for all the time. You don't want to sit down. You want to keep moving. Yeah, you'll want to relax at night or whenever your rest period of the day is, but you still will want to keep going at all times and prolong that life that you're actually leading now.
Absolutely.
As we sit here talking, most of my audience is either former military or first responders here in the United States. A lot of them have aches and pains from years and years of pounding in the military, carrying heavy weights across long distances, doing insane things in the military, to firefighters, carrying heavy weights into buildings, carrying people out of buildings. A lot of them have bad backs now, or back pain or knee pains. What's some exercises they can do to maybe improve their lifestyle?
Yeah, so first of all, that's true heroes you're talking about. So all respect to them. Some exercise to talk about is, a lot of these exercises we talk about are great for it. The really important thing is that you start slow, you start and build it up. So let's say you have pain during a squat, and let's say you want to keep doing squat. You can do alternatives. You can do maybe a lunge instead and adapt it like that. But now you can hear. Is it fine?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Now I can hear you.
Okay.
You hear me?
I was trying to fix the camera angle, but yeah, I got you.
Perfect.
You can continue on what you're saying.
Yeah. So the most important thing is to build yourself up slowly. So start going lighter weights. You can also decrease the range of motion, and then gradually increase it when you start that, the pain is coming down, you're getting stronger, you're getting the confidence up. And one option for you, it's in most cases you have pain in the outer range of an exercise. So some people might also have to accept that I may never be able to go as deep down in a squat, and that's fine. You'll still train your legs. It's still a fantastic exercise to do. It's okay to go to 90 degrees. You don't have to get down, ass to grass if you have pain. So adapt those exercises, and also feel a little bit, how do you feel the day after? Did it flare up? Then you should be a bit more aware of it the next time. Maybe it went a little bit too hard, but do you have a little bit of pain during the training session, but the next day you're totally fine? Then it's totally fine to have a little bit of pain. These people you talked about, they've lived hard lives. They've put their body on a lot of pressure. So it's pretty much the same thing with a lot of elite athletes, that their bodies has gone through so many hits. They've run so much that when they get up in the age, they also feel a lot of pain. But they will probably have much more pain if they don't go to the gym. That's what all the research says, and all the evidence says, that gym training and building up muscle, that's a fantastic way to actually decrease the risk or decrease the symptoms of pain in all our joints, either if it's the back or if it's our knees or hips. It really postpones surgeries and all that stuff. So it's so important for everyone to keep going to the gym and adjust the training program. And if you have a problem doing it, talk to a physical therapist or a skilled personal trainer that can help you with it.
Definitely. And a lot of people, they fear other people watching them at the gym. So that's a big point for them not to go to the gym. And so I think that is a handicap for many people, that they worry about what other people think about what they're doing. And sometimes that is what stops them from reaching their goals or reaching that fitness that they need. Do you see that in any of your clients, where they fear about what other people think, so they don't go to a gym and they try to do everything maybe in the comforts of their home?
Yeah, definitely way more now than when I only worked with professional athletes. These people usually are very, very used to training, done it for so many years. So with them, there were no problem. Now it's an excuse that I hear a lot. And when they come to me, they obviously want to do a change, but they say that I haven't trained for 5 or 10 years because I'm afraid what people might think. But to be honest with you, you're not as important as you think. Probably people don't really care. I would say some of the most nice people, most humble people are the people I meet in the gym. I think 99% of the people there understand that we are all there to improve ourselves, to improve our lives. And I think there's some sort of common respect or mutual respect of each other because of that. Even if we don't necessarily think about it, it's some almost unconscious, but no one looks at you, as much as you think, and no one really cares, and people in the gym overall are so happy to help you. You don't really need a personal trainer necessarily. You can ask someone that you see have worked out a lot, and they will be so happy to help you. That's my experience from the gym, and pretty much everyone I know has the same experience there. It's a fantastic place to be because we're all there to improve ourselves, no matter if we are professional athletes or if we are 75 years old and we're there for the first time.
Definitely. And I see there's some very older people at the gym I go to, and they like, a couple of them walk around the parking lot in front of it. So it's about let's say just over a quarter-mile parking lot they can walk around. They do a few laps there, then they come in and do the circuits. And that shows the younger people that, hey, they can keep working out as well. That's what I look at that as. And I like going to the gym. I think it challenges me to actually work out more at the gym than I would at home. At home, I'm not going to do everything because who's watching me and who can see what I'm push up on this weight, or who's seeing if I'm doing the right form to correct me and say, hey man, you might hurt yourself, try it this way. Or so when I'm at the gym, I consciously think about what I'm lifting, how I'm doing it, and try to make sure I'm setting an example for someone else to see. So maybe they get an idea to work out something different the next time. And I do the same thing, watching other people work out. Oh, I've never tried that before. Let me try it and see if it doesn't hurt me.
That's amazing, man. That's how you find inspiration in what you do. All workouts will not be they will not be fun. It's pretty rare that you're really looking forward to going to the gym because it's hard. It's tough.
Right.
So finding these ways are so important. And it's a fantastic way. And yeah, it's I really like that. How you can also inspire others and take inspiration from others. That's how it is.
Yes, maintaining that motivation is really important. I think for both sides of your job, especially in enhancing people's performance, plus also the physical therapy side, the person has to be motivated to get better when they're going through the physical therapy, of course. And most of your clients seem to be at a higher level, that they really want to maintain that higher level. But I'm sure you have other clients that are just coming, maybe an accident or something like that, that they need the therapy, and you're the inspiration to them, and say you're like their motivator, they're almost instructor, trainer guy that said, hey man, you can do this. Hey lady, you can do this, and you're going to be better, and you're going to come back stronger and healthier than you were when it started. So everyone kind of needs those two, that inspiration. And I think you're
No, I think we lost some connection there. I didn't hear you the last part there.
just there, Philip.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me, Philip?
Yeah, now I hear you. I missed the last
Okay.
part there, what you said.
I said you serve as that inspiration for your clients, whether it's those high-end athletes that you get to work with. I mean, that's an honor just to have them come to you to work with you, plus those business professionals that are now coming to you to enhance their performance. But you're also an inspiration to those people that also have those may have had an accident at work, or maybe had an accident driving their car, or riding a bike or something, to get back on that bike, to get back in that car, and to get up every day and do stuff. So there's people like you that really help others. That's also an inspiration.
Yeah, exactly. And I try to think about that, because I have to live by my own standards. If I would skip the gym 3 times per week, even though I made a deal with myself that no, I will train 5 times this week, and I skip 3 of them, how would I ever expect someone of my clients to do what I say? I couldn't do it. And that's one way I motivate myself. And it's
Right.
so important to be good at motivate people, and to really help them find the purpose in doing the things that I say, because it's not just about the exercises you give. It's not just about the reps and the sets. It's also about the connection you get with your patients or your clients. That's just as important, and how you coach them, how you guide them, and all these things are probably more important than the actual exercises you do, because you can get results in so many different ways and with so many different exercises. So it's exactly like you say, it's super important to be that inspiration, and I think we can all inspire others in different aspects of life, and that truly makes the world better. If I get inspired by you, and you get inspired by me, and we get inspired by other people, etc., that's how we improve the world.
Definitely. And if we help each other, everything might come out better in the world, and we won't have as many ancillary issues in the world if we start actually helping each other to move to greatness instead of trying to keep each other at a mediocre level.
100%. It's about elevating each other. That's what we're trying to do.
Exactly. So, Philip, we've been talking for just under a half hour now. How does someone else, if they want to have you maybe come on their show, or just email you to get in maybe some advice, how can they get in contact with you to do that?
Yeah, so they can always write to me on Instagram. It's Andersson Philip. I'm not as active there as I should be. I will pick that up this month, hopefully. They can also contact me on LinkedIn, just Philip Andersson, physical therapist. I should come up there. They can also contact me on my email, which is Philip Andersson with the PH. Then you add in 2N by the end, so it's totally 3N in Andersson at gmail.com. So Philip Andersson with 3 N's at gmail.com. Those would probably be the easiest ways.
Awesome. And Philip, it's been great chatting with you. I'm sorry for the connection issues tonight. It's hotel, and I'm dealing with that, but I'm glad you were able to get some of the information across. Hopefully the audience got a lot from this, and we really appreciate you taking some of it's almost early morning there, I guess right now. It's after midnight, I guess, where you are. So thank you for being on with us and taking some of your evening or sleep schedule away to hang out with us, and have a great rest of your day.
No problem, Rich. It's been my pleasure. So thank you so much for having me, and I think we had a fantastic conversation.
This message is from the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Did you serve in the military? If so, you can obtain a free lifetime pass to more than 2,000 federal recreation sites. These sites are located across more than 400 million acres of public lands, including national parks, wildlife